Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday from a 0500 Zero Dark 30 morning here. So, I want to talk about your money this morning. Uh, this is kind of important. It comes as no surprise that the government, pick a side, doesn't matter which one, will do whatever they can to twist, spin, whatever into a pretzel, any sort of economic figures, if you will, to suit their narrative. Now, I'll just give you an example. Joe saying, I've created more jobs in my administration than any other president in history. No, Joe, you just let businesses open up again. Okay. You didn't create shit. Okay. To quote Obama, you didn't build that. But this is where it starts getting a little more close to home. Yesterday, figures came out for April, consumption figures, and the government is spinning this as, oh, what a great thing. In April, the U.S. had a 0.9% increase in personal spending, and the government's coming out and going, look, consumer confidence is back. People are going out and spending money again. No. The reason for the personal spending increase is because of inflation. Start doing the math here. 0.9% increase in personal spending in a month times 12. Okay. What's 12 times 0.9? Would that be right about the inflation rate? That's 10.8%. Give you an idea where we're heading. Okay. Inflation's actually higher than they report. Go figure. This is scary. Now, the next part, the Atlanta Fed came out and projects now, they forecast second quarter GDP to be at 1.9%. I'd be pretty surprised if we're even in positive numbers. But here's where they're going to spin this one. The government definition of a recession is 2 quarters consecutively of negative GDP growth. Okay, negative growth is the equivalent of loss, but they've got to spin the words. Well, big if, we get this 1.9% GDP growth in the second quarter, remember we had, I think it was negative 2.3 in the first quarter, that would mean we have a negative 0.4 over the first half of the year. That wouldn't qualify as a recession because we didn't have 2 quarters in a row. We had a negative and then a positive. So that's not a recession. The fact that we're negative 0.4 over the first 6 months doesn't matter. Okay? Again, pretzels, spinning numbers. Here's how it comes straight to you. All right. In December, 6 months ago, okay, the personal savings rate in the United States was 8.7%, which means the average household was able to save, put in the bank, 8.7% of their take-home pay. Okay, not great, but it was better than it's been since before the Great Recession. In April, the personal savings rate is 4.4%. So half of the money that people were able to save 6 months ago has been eaten up by Joe's economy. We are now saving less money than we have been since 2007. 2007, the economy was in pretty good shape. Okay, we were heading right into a ravine with the Great Recession, but people were actually doing okay. Now, to add insult to injury, credit card debt by the average American is pushing an all-time high. So we go back to this, oh, people are spending more money. No, just like the government, people are spending more money they don't have. That's a problem. Because I'm not thinking that Mr. and Mrs. Joe Average are going out and buying big screen TVs and low profile rims for the car. I'm thinking they're buying clothes for the kids, food for dinner, electricity, gasoline, the core necessities that you have on a credit card, because that's the only way they can afford to keep the household running, to go to work. I mean, I've told you guys this before. Between gas prices and daycare, somebody who's making $12 an hour basically has practically no incentive whatsoever to go to work, because all their money is eaten up in gas and daycare. What's the point? Okay, and go bust your ass, listen to a insane boss all day long so you can give it to the gas station and give it to the daycare center. Okay, it's pretty much where it stands right now. But when we are looking at debt, personal debt, interest rates are going up. Credit cards are variable rate vehicles. So the money that people are borrowing right now to buy groceries, buy gasoline, or whatever, that they've got to pay back on the credit card, as the interest rates go up, you think it's crazy paying on average $5 a gallon of gas? Now add 25%, 26% in APR on your credit card over the course of a year. You don't pay off those credit cards, all right? That $5 a gallon of gas in a year, when you're paying it back, you actually paid $6.25. Yeah, that's 25% to $5. Okay, so another $1.25. This is where we see everything crumbling and what we need to do. If people were going out and putting stuff on credit cards to stock up on some food or something like that, I could be okay with that. Could, not am, but could be okay with that. But when it takes borrowing money to meet your daily obligations, to get your needs, not to get your wants, to get your needs. When you have to borrow money to get your needs, that tells you we have a complete failure in the economy, a complete failure in leadership. The latest, I talked to you guys yesterday about the federal gas tax holiday for 3 months. Ooh, save 18 cents. Whoop the freaking do. Okay. Joe is trying to blame whoever he can on the failures of his administration, because God knows it can't be his. It's the Putin price hike. It's Putin inflation. It's Congress's fault. It's the oil company's fault. His latest, now it's the gas stations themselves' fault. The gas stations are gouging you on your prices. They should, he's demanding they reduce their prices immediately to cost, in being patriotic to helping their fellow American. The profit out of it that a gas station makes is like 8 cents a gallon at best, okay? Gas is think of any gas station you go to. They sell soda, they sell beer, they sell candy, chips, sandwiches, maybe some hot food, something like that. The profit that's made in a gas station is made from you going into the store. The gas is something to get you to come to the store. Joe, you want to be patriotic? Start letting the oil companies drill. Put 11,000 people back to work on Keystone. That would be patriotic, Joe. Stop telling us to tighten our belt while yours keeps getting wider and wider and wider. You know, pigs get fat. Hogs get slaughtered, Joe. Pinball out.